My name is Pamfelo.
Pamfelo?
Pamfelo.
What? No, a movie to again. Pamfelo. The singer, what you doing?
Well, we start off with like everything else. There's always a beginning and an end. So the beginning for chocolate for us is starting from the fruit. So if you see, we have different varieties. In Belize, we have 16 varieties of chocolate fruit. So the different varieties is what makes Belize unique when it comes to its chocolate. So here we have the raw cacao beans, then we have roasted, we have chocolate nibs, cocoa butter, a Maya instant, and we have chocolate tea. We have both tea bags and loose tea. So it still have all the health contents that is needed in chocolate. So that is why we do only the best when it comes to chocolate. We do our best because we know what it contains, how to do the processing, so we do it right.
Doing the chocolate, so you have different kind of flavor, like cacao.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Which one of these is the best to make chocolate?
Well, that is the unique part about Belize. Belize have the different varieties, and all of them combining together is what makes Belize unique. Different companies, different places have the one variety, two varieties, but Belize have the 16 varieties that makes one and the big cocktail of different varieties of chocolate.
So the 16 different things put all together and make one chocolate.
Yes, the different beans that are fermented, they are placed in one box, so they are mixed properly, thoroughly. So then when all the beans are mixed and then it's processed, all the it mixed together. So you get one the bar with different
Flavor.
Yes.
So if you don't make, do you always make, like, let's say maybe with only one?
Actually, it would be difficult for us to get one flavor because some farms only have 2 or 3 different varieties.
The point is that, let's say you make it with one, maybe this
Yes.
one here. If you do individual chocolate, like, with that's right?
Oh yes,
Which
yes,
one
it
more
is.
better?
It is possible. The best variety would be Forestier. That's the darkest chocolate you can find here in Belize.
Okay.
That's the best one. They followed by Criollo. Criollo is the lower quality when it comes to taste, but it is still very nice.
To make the seed ferment, how long does it take?
Well, it starts off on day 1 and you need to turn it every 24 hours. So on day 1 you turn it, on the second day every 24 hours for 6 to 7 days.
How many pounds of cacao make so much chocolate?
Okay, if you are looking at a large amount, if you have 1,000 pounds of wet cacao beans, and after fermentation you lose approximately 50%. After fermenting and going to drying, you lose another 50. So for 1,000 pounds, you are looking at around 300 and 330 pounds of dried cacao beans. And based on how best the quality is, it changes, because if you're looking at the high quality beans which is fermented properly, it will as low as 4% in moisture. That simply means it have a less weight. But beans that are not fermented properly, then the weight goes down, goes up.
The cacao, okay, you say you get fermented, right?
Yes.
Beans, do you make the chocolate?
Yes.
But what happened to the liquid?
Well, in the first stage, on the first day, the farmer would collect it to make 5% alcohol wine, or he would make vinegar. But for some instances, some companies would make champagne using that chocolate juice.
How many days after the 5 days? After 5 days, they take out the juice and make new juice or something? Or?
That's only on the first day you can get that fresh juice. After the first day, you cannot get the fresh juice again.
Then that's staying until...
Yes.
How many days you have it for?
It takes about 6 to 7 days, so it ferments properly. Because you don't want to play around with it, so you have one specific day that you clean it and you would drink it.
And you mentioned you have to turn every 24 hours.
Yes.
If you don't do it 24 hours?
Well, it won't mix. The edge of the box sometimes does not ferment properly. So every 24 hours give you a chance to give you one unique, one blend fermented.
How many pounds of seed do you do per month or per week?
Well, if you're doing like for a large amount, you can do 1,000 pounds for a week. Yes, and then that would be one batch.
How many different things can you make with the cocoa beans?
Well, you can make nibs, you can make cocoa powder, you can make Maya instant, So the different things that we do is just so that it can be consumed in different ways. Yes, a lot of people use cocoa powder for baking cakes, ice cream, cookies, and so forth. Yes.
So you make flour too, like you make flour.
Yes, you can use it and bake cake, but it's only specifically for baking. If you want to make drinks from it, it's also possible. Yes.
And anything else do you want?
Well, to eat chocolate, it's the right way. Then you gain more health benefits is by eating dark chocolate. A lot of people would say, okay, I eat dark chocolate, but when they eat it, it's 60% sometimes dark chocolate. For me, that will not be right because what you're eating is high amount in sugar. And when you're eating dark chocolate, you can at least eat 70% and above. Then you're eating real chocolate.
Let's say someone want to make an appointment or make something. How can they meet you or where?
Well, we have our the business on Burns Avenue, 43 Burns Avenue. You can just step in and ask us if they can do a chocolate demonstration, which we can always do. So they can step in and ask us, and then we can do the demonstration from the actually fruit from the bar. Yes.
Okay.